This distressing 911 call was made by a young girl named Jenna. She witnessed her mother, Natalie Dawn Dumee, bleeding from her head and mouth after being fatally gunned down, a trauma that would last a lifetime. However, this horrific incident soon led officers to Natalie's fiancé, Timothy Hyder, the sole suspect in this gruesome murder.
I just had enough. I just told her, "Are you sure that's your final answer? You want to tell me we're not getting married?" And that was it.
His bizarre explanation was merely the beginning, and soon enough, the case would flip, unraveling Timothy's narcissistic persona that ultimately drove him to execute a crime of sheer brutality.
I've had enough of women. They have pissed me off mentally. Yeah.
Timothy and Natalie had been together since October 2021. However, they were unaware that an unexpected tragedy would alter their lives forever. On December 1st, 2024, the couple returned home after attending a football watch party at a friend's residence. Natalie's daughter, Jenna, who was upstairs, suddenly heard loud noises, followed by a gunshot. As she rushed down, she stepped into a nightmare, watching her mother take her last breath before her very eyes. But what was even more chilling was that Timothy, who was standing next to Natalie's lifeless body, told Jenna that he blew her brains out, illustrating his disregard for the life taken. Despite the shock that the little girl was going through, Timothy instructed her to call 911 and wait for the officers to arrive. Upon their arrival, they found Natalie on the back porch, dead with a gunshot wound to the right side of her head. Officers also found a .357 Magnum revolver on the kitchen counter and took Timothy into custody for questioning.
So Tim, let's start with, can you kind of describe your relationship with Dawn?
Yeah. 3.5 years. Engaged, supposed to get married.
You said engaged?
Do I?
I'm sorry, you said engaged?
We were engaged, yes.
And throughout this relationship with that, you guys lived here off of Westerson the whole time?
No. I was off of 1925. But me and my ex had a house over there on 10th Street.
You're saying it got bad today. Can you kind of go into details a little bit as to what went bad?
Just like, she was just like mad at me we went over to somebody's house for the Florida State game, and she just rode my ass hard about, things that's been going on, and she just thought it was bad, and I'm like, I love you. And I just told her, I said, what is going on? Why are you so riding my ass, and everything,
Did she, any explanation for it? You know why?
She just thought that I was just, being the person that I'm being. And, she had just told somebody, her ex-mother-in-law that's back in the area, that earlier, I'm a good dude, I'm a great guy, and her girls love me, and, she loves me, and that we're going to be, getting married and do all this stuff. And it was just like, today was just like bad, That's like, I don't know if she's upset because I had the week off and she didn't, or something, or just different things,
Did it start where you guys were at the party for the game? Or?
No, it was before that. Struck me a few times. She punched me a few times, and just, different things, shoved me, throwing the patio furniture and stuff again, and it's like, I don't understand, And alcohol involved, of course, different things,
And this was all earlier yesterday, like before the game, or the day before?
The day before, yeah. She ain't gonna leave. She didn't leave no more. Shoving you, telling you. No, I'm not marrying you. You.
Okay, can you kind of go through what happened when you guys got home?
So we got home, and before that, at the house we was at, she was like, "I'm gonna give you the ring, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, when we get in the car, you can have the ring. I'm done. We're not getting married." But I go back in the house over there where I'm at, and we're loving on each other and everything. And she goes, "Oh, isn't it amazing how I can show you how I can be false to the people and everything?" And I'm like, I thought we were good, We get home. sit on the patio. It was bad. It was real bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I tried to talk to her. We're drinking, you know. I tried to talk to her, and she says, you know, I'm not marrying you. I'm done this time. You're all your. And, you know, she started, you know, shoving me and hitting me and throwing the patio furniture into the yard and everything. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah.
And she just wouldn't listen to me, you know? I tried to tell her I love you. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to marry you. We're going to continue. Let's get married in April. And I don't understand, you know? But she didn't want to listen to me, you know? She didn't want to hear that I still loved her, you know what I'm saying? You know, my ex-wife, you know, February this year, we were done. Dawn was great. She got me through that and everything. But I'm like, I'm just had enough with women. They have mentally me up. I've had enough with women. They have pissed me off, mentally me up. But my head has been up from 15 years with my ex. And I have seen signs in her sometimes that bring out my ex. And she's just right here. Bah, 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 bah. And I'm not engaging. Bah, 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 bah. And I'm just like, stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please quit coming at me. Quit coming at me.
So you guys are arguing outside on the patio. What happens then?
I was just done. I just had enough, you know. I just told her, you know, are you sure that's your final answer? You want to tell me we're not getting married? And that was it.
Okay.
I had enough.
And after you told her that you were done, you know what? Can you elaborate what happened after that?
I just pissed off. I was done, you know. I asked her, I said, are you sure or you're done, you know? And she said, yeah, I'm done. And that was it. I'm done.
Timothy appears calm, but as soon as the detectives question him about their relationship, he suddenly becomes defensive. According to their family members and Timothy's own statements, it's evident that the couple had been in a tumultuous relationship. Prior to this murder, they had been arguing since the morning, and the conflict continued even after they arrived home. But what is sickening to watch is Timothy's audacity to pin all the blame onto Natalie and make his endured trauma an excuse to rationalize his actions. In the upcoming clip, detectives delve deeper to understand Timothy's perspective, and what they uncover are his bizarre explanations that he believes ultimately pushed him over the edge.
Okay, so what happens then? Do you go inside?
Yeah, I went inside.
Okay, what'd you do when you went inside?
When I went inside tonight, yeah, I did. I went. I was done.
Okay. What'd you do when you came back inside?
It was over. I had enough. I told her and I asked her, and she tried to get me back. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with you yet. Come back. You're not sleeping in our bed tonight. You're not sleeping, well, her bed, my bed. You're not sleeping in my bed tonight. And I said, okay.
Did you ever come back outside?
Yeah, I came back out, you know.
What happened when you came back outside?
More shoving and just mad at me, you know, pissed off, you know. And I was just like, fine, you don't want to get married, you know. There's always some more to talk about it, right?
Obviously, when you went back inside and then came back out, you said that there was more shoving, right? She doesn't want to get married with you, and you're saying, hey, all right.
She's done with me.
She's done with me, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Gave me the engagement ring.
Okay.
I had it in my pocket. You know, the officers took everything out of my pockets and everything. So I was like, okay, whatever. You know?
Now, when you went back inside, where did you go?
Well, I tried to go upstairs and go to bed on the couch,
Okay.
you know, but she kept calling me back out, you know. She said, oh, I'm not done with you yet. Come back out. You know?
And then what happened?
How did your guys' argument end? How did the resolution for it?
We're not nobody here. You know how it ended.
You know, but there's always two sides to a
I
story,
know.
right?
I know. Y'all want me to confess. I know you do. I know.
Well,
We weren't there.
exactly.
We weren't there. And right now, you're the only person that knows what happened because the other person is no longer here.
I never wanted this to end this way.
You know,
I could tell just by your body language that
I know.
you're remorseful.
Well, I should be in tears. I should be in tears. It's late night. It's late right now. I got an 82-year-old mother that lives with me. I got a 16-year-old son that's living or staying the night. You guys already know.
Spending the night somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, she's got 2 daughters that I call my daughters, 2 dogs.
We're not here to judge in any way, like I was saying, okay? And right now, we're not talking to you, and we're not looking at you as a criminal.
I know you guys. I know you guys are doing your job.
I'm looking, and we're looking at somebody who just made a mistake. That's how we're looking at you right now.
You need a confession.
We just need to know exactly what happened.
I wish I could take it back.
I believe it.
And we believe you.
You know?
And like I said, we're looking at somebody who just made a mistake, okay? And all we need to know is exactly, what happened, how it happened. Because right now we have a lot of things unanswered.
Oh, I know you do.
I know you do. And we need to, and obviously we have to know the details.
And now's the time to get everything out on the table, right? So you've got kids, so they're going to end up seeing potential resolutions of what happened, and they're going to see how you ended up resolving this, and that's how they're going to view you for the rest of your life, right? So, and I can tell you're remorseful right now.
I think you guys already know. I know what you need. You need me to go ahead and tell you. I know.
Well, like you were saying, there's obviously details that are being left out of what you're saying, and there's more to it. And that's just what we're trying to get at. We just want to know your side of the story as detailed as possible as to what happened.
I just don't even want to talk anymore. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are looking. I just don't want to talk about it.
Timothy's statement clearly indicate his urge to convince the detectives of his story. As soon as he gets close enough to confess, he twists the narrative to evade accountability for his grim actions. He asserts that the act was instantaneous, causing him to snap. He believes that by presenting his actions as something that happened in the heat of the moment, he will be able to get away with it or appear less guilty. However, detectives uncover a crucial detail that contradicts his claim. Jenna informs the detectives that prior to the shooting, Timothy entered his room and took the gun from the closet, suggested he had already premeditated the murder. After a lot of reassessing, Timothy finally begins to open up. In the next clip, Timothy confesses to the crime, but unfortunately, the most important part of the interrogation has been redacted by the official sources.
Got 2 retirement. Well, I remember drawing 1 retirement,
Okay.
I got 24 years with the school board.
Which one?
Silicon.
Silicon?
Yeah. I'm born and raised there. So was she. It's like a nightmare that's never going to go away.
We all make mistakes.
My dad died in 2021. And I told my dad, I'll take care of Mom for the rest of her life. She's 82 now. I'm her only son. I'm only child. I'm a man. You guys are men, right? I'm a man. I'm not going to dilly-dally no more and waste anybody. Just told you about my dad dying in 2021, right? That's the 357 he bought me when I was a young man. I went upstairs and got the 357. I was on the patio. I looked at her one more time. I said, "You're not going to marry me?" And she let me have it one more time, hardcore. Yeah. And like I said, I've been scarred with my son's mother. And I was really and truly looking forward to happiness like everybody is. And we've had that. We've had that. We knew each other from 35 years ago. There's been some spots there and some times there. And I'm just like, I can't keep taking shit when I honestly think I'm a great guy, right? I'm really a good guy, right?
You can tell.
Yeah. And, it's just demons. I guess I don't want to believe it, but I've been having a lot of demons for a long time. And she would even say that. You still got a lot of demons to work out. Now I'm in a great place in my life.
What do you mean that's like a reference to? Just like
scars?
Yeah.
Just different things. Like when I think that me and her are so good, and I would just see my ex again,
Yeah.
A lot of demons. A lot of demons still.
Trauma.
Yeah.
I wish with them.
A lot of demons. Trauma. Yeah. Different things. Which, can you walk away? You should. Yeah. Or just, Like I said tonight, I should have just went to bed. And when she said, well, you're not sleeping in my bed, it's supposed to be our bed. I should have just went up there and laid on the couch and slept it off. We could talk about it the next day, right?
Everybody's got their triggers.
You say trigger, yeah, trigger.
Things and stuff.
I know.
Timothy's demeanor eventually exposes his narcissistic personality. He believes that if Natalie couldn't belong to him, she shouldn't belong to anyone, ultimately resorting to a lethal solution. However, Timothy ultimately faced the bleak consequences of his brutal action. He was charged with second-degree murder and was transferred to Osceola County Jail, where he is detained without bond. He is currently awaiting his sentencing.